These are my units, by the way. I'm sending them to France, and my idea is while all this distraction is happening, I'm going to invade Austria. I'm going to try to bum rush it all the way to Vienna, and then basically cut him off from being able to help in any convenient way while he's distracted by all this crap happening. The French are still throwing away their units after all, so even the British are like starting to try to throw away their units. It's absolutely insane.
Now the British fucking Navy is getting involved.
Oh my god. So many nations are getting involved here, and my allies are the ones getting fucked up. France has lost so many amounts of units now. This is insane. The bombardment is helping, but now he has a KDR that's starting to go through the roof at this rate. The amount of losses France has taken to do this is retarded. And the amount of shooting that's happening over this is also retarded. But I might as well join the chaos and go declare a war or two somewhere else to take advantage of the situation. You know, I could just go for East Germany, but I'm probably just going to go for Austria because I think they'd be an easier target. Yeah. It's it's a mess. It's an AI mess right now. I don't even know what to say about this crap. All I know is that you caused it. Now there's just non-stop bombardments happening. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up proccing a whole new war. Technically speaking, by this point, you and the UK could declare war on each other whenever you want.
Oh, I know.
That's... oh dear. This is a mess. A lot of the French units are still diving in on targets they shouldn't be and getting absolutely fucked up because of it. Yep. Wonderful. My metal ore production has gone up, so that's good. I'm producing more of my own ore. The world's a fucking chaotic mess right now, but I'm producing more of my own ore. That's good. I'm gonna build just a whole nother hex of military goods production just because requirements for everything are starting to go up a little bit. A lot of my troops are starting to arrive over here. Realistically, to actually take over Austria shouldn't be too hard. I'll try and place a spy to see what exactly they have in terms of defense. Chaos is still going on up here. Britain's pushing into more of his territory. This is retarded. Let's see. Do they have garrisons up? They have bare minimum garrisons up. With enough focus, we could take all of this. I don't think any of his other allies should come to help, but we're going to keep an eye on it, certainly. Alright. We have enough troops gathered up. Let's go ahead and start this craziness. Let's go. We're going in.
Why would you do that?
Because I see an opportunity to take a target. None of your allies are allied with this.
No, but I'm allied with them.
Okay, he's going to fight me heavily over this then. Okay, cool, good to know.
I give you a chance, Res. Withdraw.
Alright, so my units are getting stuck due to lack of supply. Far quicker than I thought they would, so I am going to move my units away for the time being. But I still have more units on the way, and I plan on using them. I did not expect him to send so much stuff here to actually go to war as he did. So let's go ahead and just get my units on out of here. Get them into West Germany. I am losing some units. Yeah, I've lost like 20 units. Let's get them moving out. How many do I have here? I have hundreds. Absolute hundreds. I can start all sorts of bullshit over here in Eastern Europe if I want. Oh, he cut my troops off. But he's even more distracted now, and more French units are landing in his other territories here.
So what opportunity were you looking at?
To be fair, I didn't think you'd commit so much to Austria, of all countries.
You ain't welcome over here, man.
So I did lose about 30 troops during that, unfortunately. Taking Austria was not as swift as I hoped that it would be. I need a target that has more supply that I could focus on if I'm going to join in on this chaos successfully. That I just need to declare more wars. And even his colonies came in to help. That's kind of surprising. He's pulled most of his units out from Austria currently, so I could send some back in because his attention seems to have gone elsewhere. He's not paying a lot of attention. I'm sending some units around. I'm just fighting over here at the edge of Austria at the moment. Just kind of dealing some damage where I can. I still have more units over here, but I'm using a smaller force. The Swiss are actually stepping in to get involved and help me out. Some of his colonies are here, but I have a minimal amount of units up here at the moment, and we should be able to push in and deal a little bit of damage to his units, keep him distracted, cutting off some of his colony units. We've taken Innsbruck. If he shows up with another wave, though, there's not a lot I could do to stop them, unless I get huge amounts of supply in the area. Get some garrisons placed on these locations, pop out of the territory and go try to take Salzburg. I don't think he's noticed that I'm doing this. I think he's paying too much attention elsewhere. Some of his colonial units are still here. But we should be able to at least stomp on Salzburg and take that. There you go. Kind of go in a little bit of a loop and reclaim all this other stuff. Mainly to make sure that the Swiss can move forward should they want to. Kind of slowly poke my way back in. He's looked away, so we might as well push forward a little bit more. But not too many units this time. Not too many units. We have to stay here with a small amount. Small little amounts of units. Just so we don't get the same situation that was about to happen before happening again. Alright, he's sending some air, so he's noticed what's going on here. Yep, we're about to have a whole bunch of his units popping down on us again. Probably try and back out of here now. Yep. We did our damage. We've killed some enemy units. Let's back out and go back to the initial territories that we captured. Let him get distracted and swarm down here if he wants. I do have some garrisons left here too. But basically all the other units I can pretty much just run off of the hex and back into the safety of German territory. Kill-wise, I'm doing alright. I've got another 30-ish kills without really losing much of anything. The Swiss are starting to move up through my territory, which is exactly what I was hoping would happen. With the Swiss moving up, he'll have to start fighting the Swiss. And the Swiss aren't too powerful, but the idea is I want to potentially get my, my allies involved here in some way. Yeah, he's sending planes through alright. Oh, he's fighting the Swiss now. That's good. That means he has to fight new targets that are not me. Yep. He's sending his units up now to fight the Swiss. But he's pushing up into some low supply territory. So we might be able to actually deal some damage here. Maybe not against a full-out air rush. But we could try to see what we could do here. Because he's bum rushing so many things here. I can cut off a lot of his units and actually deal a lot of... Yeah, he's letting his units get cut off really easily here. Hell, the Italians might start taking part as well. Oh yeah, he pushed forward way too quickly, and he's paying the price for it. He sees it. He sees exactly what he did. He's trying to run away. Gotta connect this with my Italian friends, and who knows, maybe they might get involved. But he knows exactly what happened here. Oh, you could see him running through the West German territory. That's weird. But he's relying very heavily on air right now. Lost another maybe couple units, killed another like 20 or 30. So I'm very happy about that. Gotta tell some of these more injured units to go home and repair. He's coming forward with his swarm again as it stands. Let's get my units headed back to Paris. Oh, there goes that fucking bum rush. Going after the Swiss. Unfortunately, the Italians are not getting involved. We're having a lot of back and forth skirmishing here. Most of what I killed are his allies rather than actually him. But I still have killed quite a lot of them. He is pushing a little far in and getting cut off again. So I can try to do another similar bum rush as I did last time. I don't have the air power here that he has, but... And the military approval in Egypt is falling. That's just a little event. He has so many units up here. He's just kind of letting them get surrounded. They have almost no supply. He is using a lot of air power. Let's go ahead and try and turn that in on him. He may use all his air power against us, but we can surround his units and try to do some big damage. Well, actually, his units can't even fight once they get stuck in our territory. There are minimal losses, thankfully. Now he's trying to get his troops out of my territory. I'm just kind of playing with him here. You realize I could keep this going for a while.
I can too. What's your point?
Mexico's moving NATO leaning. That's good. The world is still liking me somehow, despite all of this crap that's happening. Did you enjoy fighting the Swiss, by the way? That was funny. I found that so funny. This is a weird battlefront, and this is a weird playthrough so far.
Yeah, you could say that.
This is not at all how I expected this to go. A lot of what I'm losing unit-wise at this point is really just garrisons. Let's get a nice little expeditionary force of our units and start heading them south down into the battle. It is kind of France's fault. It's also kind of your fault.
I blame France. So I didn't hardly do anything. Yeah, okay, fine. I took a couple cities. Big deal.
Let's get in on this territory and give them something to deal with. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot just yet. Here comes his air power. Alright, back it up, boys. Back it up. Back it up from that air power. Oh, the French are here. The French are coming. A little bit. Only a little bit. I wish they'd show up with more force and then we could do a lot of damage. Because his forces here, I mean, they're a little cut off from his mainland. There's some Danish forces, Netherlands forces here. My allies are slowly starting to peek in and see what happens. Let's start shooting at him, doing some damage if we can. Kill some units where we can. I've been getting way more kills than I've been losing, and his KDR is getting a lot worse the longer he does this. So as crazy as this seems, it's kind of working out for us a little bit. Maybe not entirely the way that I would want it to, but we are kind of winning as things stand. We're dealing more damage to him than he's dealing to us. Because he keeps pushing up in this tiny little corridor. He does run out of bullets a little bit. The strongest thing he has going for him right now is that air power. But all in all, we are managing stuff. And right now, we're blowing up most of these units, in fact. Yeah, I've already got another 30. Look at the kills going up. These are all his units, not mine. He's losing a lot of units here. You still want to fight for this?
The question is, do you?
I mean, since I've gotten here, I've lost 40 units, and I've killed over 200 between you and your colonies. I know at least 100 of them are yours, bare minimum. I'm fine fighting over this. I didn't even have to send any large amount of my military here to do this. I'm good to keep going. Are you? You're the one trying to defend your ally here. Is Austria worth it?
Yep.
Okay. We gotta move super slowly and not send too many units in, otherwise he might end up taking some stuff, getting something over on us. Don't want to commit too much at a time here, that's for sure. He's relying very heavily on that air power at the moment to try and deal some damage to us. I need, what I could use is another recon spy, a couple of recon spies in fact, just to let me know if he has another horde coming. Lost one more unit, but I've been killing some more Austrians. I think I'm killing some of his planes, I'm not really sure about that part. Some more of his units are on the way. That is for certain. Comes another swarm. Yep, he's got more units on the way now. A lot of these units are from his colonies. I'm surprised how many of the units that I fought total by now are actually just from your colonies.
Yeah, pretty much.
He doesn't have any giant swarm, mainly just relying on air. This whole time we've been pushing through this part, we've only lost one more unit. Oh, he does have a lot of his newer units up on the front now, but I think... No, they shouldn't be... Oh! Hey! They surrendered. That was a nice battle, though. You took me by surprise there. You got a good 30 kills at the very beginning out of all my 50 losses.
Austria, you piece of shit.
I killed over 100 of yours alone, and then even more of your colonies. That's how I knew I was good to keep going. I was actually going to completely leave when you told me to leave, and then you went and cut some of my units off, and that's when I said, oh, this is a challenge. He's challenging me is what he's doing. Alright, we still have 220 units left up here. Oh, he's invading France. This little fucker's invading France. I gotta keep an eye on this. This is good. This might hurt him a lot. Alright, he's successfully landing. The whole French fucking Air Force is going down there. Let me get more of my units going down there. We gotta assist the Frenchies. Nice try.
Oh
Nice,
my God, okay.
Nice try. But I didn't even need to help the French do that. I was gonna help them.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
But I did not actually need to.
Fuck you, France. Fuck you, France.
You've lost a lot. Like, you were really benefiting from this chaos, but you've lost a lot now. Holy shit. Your KDR is about even. When you started, you had like 20 losses, meaning you've lost like 500 units since the start of this. I know that's not your whole military, because I know you start out with 800, but that's a big deal. My ships are over here shooting at him too now. I didn't even tell him to do this.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god, my allies have a permanent presence in Estonia now. An island of Estonia, but Estonia. To be fair though, I mean France has lost even more. You know, they've lost like almost, well, more than you've lost in this war. Just by themselves. The UK's lost a decent amount as well. So, whereas against me specifically, you're not winning, you're winning against the others. 100%.
Well, then you can pull your freaking ships out of my colonies.
I didn't even know when they got there, I'm not gonna lie. They went there of their own accord. That means they sailed all the way from America to go over there. And there's only 4 of them. Let's go help Tallinn. If these guys can land on Tallinn, that would be the best thing. Oh, they've landed in Riga. Dude, that's so funny. Oh, he's going up to fight in Riga now. I gotta take advantage of this some more, man. If not against him, then against someone else. Although I don't think I have the troops remaining over here to successfully do that. I could start going after Yugoslavia.
Uh-oh.
Did you do like a mass order?
Nope.
Oh, they landed over here in Tallinn. It's successful. At Riga, they're about to get pushed back real hard. But I could maybe challenge this over here. I have the capability to. It would be kind of trying to double down, but I could get their military production if it all works out. Problem is, I would have to fight through them, and it would be a little bit difficult, probably. A lot of my units over here are actually just reserving and trying to defend themselves. Or repair themselves, I should say. God, they're really being an annoyance to you up there, huh? I can't believe this has happened. I really didn't think it would escalate this far, this fast. Dude, it's like I have to go for Yugoslavia now, right? I'm gonna put a bunch of recon spies down just to see what they have going on back here. My treaty integrity went down a lot by declaring that war. That's for sure. His is still lower than mine, though. Sphere change. Andorra went to NATO leaning. So even with my war declarations, the world still sees me rather favorably, as it stands. While he's bum rushing up to fight the NATO forces that are up here. I don't think they can hold Tallinn all by themselves. Not against this bum rush. But I could take advantage of that bum rush. Potentially, yeah. Yugoslavia doesn't seem to be very defended. I could take advantage of the bum rush and try to secure even more, including military production up here. It's a tough one, that's for sure, but I need to make the decision soon. They don't have the most or best troops, so we could definitely pull something out of our hat here. I'm probably going to do it through...
Yeah, this is not how I pictured things going right off the fucking bat.
Yeah, it's really, really not. I don't even know what to say about this. There's so much heavy fighting at the very start. But, I mean, anything can happen in these playthroughs, you know? Alright, we have to act on the opportunity we've been granted and open another front. No matter what the consequences are, we have to do this. So I'm going to attack through Italy and start attacking Yugoslavia while he's distracted up here fighting my allies. Woo, this is something, alright. This is really something. Let's go.
Really?
I have to! I have to! I'd be so dumb not to. You agree with me, right?
No, I don't.
I'd be so dumb not to take advantage of the fact that you're actively fighting right now. Let's go. Let's slaughter and take over Yugoslavia. The fucking fight over the Suez hasn't even happened yet. I can't explain any of this right now. Looks like the Italians might come and help us out. The Yugoslavians themselves don't appear to have a whole lot of power behind them. So hopefully we can take them over pretty well. Pretty nice and fine. At least this country has a military to fight me with. Let's see, is he moving his units south? Well, not these ones. No, he might have moved some of them. He's focusing mainly up here, which is good. Better up there than down here. Chile moved to NATO leaning from non-aligned. Even with my warmongering, like, honestly, my treaty integrity is down to 52.3. It's down by his. At the very least, now my treaty integrity is tied with yours, so that's a good thing for you. Try and get some more troops moving south. Try to get some moving inland. Their main capital right now is all the way in Serbia, and so it's going to take a while for me to actually get there, unfortunately. And it's going to be in a lot of areas that don't have the most amount of supply. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. We have, like, full justification towards each other, so he could attack me anytime he wants right now, realistically. He's still fighting NATO forces massively up in the north. What's his losses looking like? He's lost another over 100, maybe 200 units. Holy crap, this is insane. I didn't expect this to go this way at all. What's his, He hasn't turned all of his production on. He does have only one of the MILCAP penalties currently. I'm getting stuck up here in these supply areas. What? Really? What the hell?
Pull your damn capital ships out. They're the ones causing me the problems.
They're not... I have 2 ships up there. I have 2. The rest are all gone. I'm not even controlling them. It's not even them, dude. It's the fucking British and all the other NATO troops that are, like, sending forces over there. I'm really hardly doing anything up. That's why I'm so surprised that so much crap is happening up there. Because I'm not even looking over there. Gotta keep pushing, so you can't react fast enough. I can't do too many wars after this. Switzerland moved to NATO aligned. I'm surprised Switzerland wasn't already NATO aligned. I'm glad he's not doing anything over here. I've had so many supply issues that he could be doing a hell of a lot to me if he sped up his movements, that's for sure. But we're about to get all this naval production in the seaport, which would be a good, fantastic source of supply, should we get it. Hopefully we can distract him up at the north with most of these units, because that's where most of it's gonna be.
We need reinforcements.
That didn't make any sense. I'm just distracted. This is a mess. This is a huge, disgusting mess.
Yeah, you just, you want to start over?
I mean, it's nothing, like, crazy is, like, broken has happened. You attacked France. France got permission to declare war. They declared war. Not enough time went by to peace out. And then more countries got involved. For the most part, you played a more hands-off, just stay away from me kind of thing. I then decided to be, like, opportunistic modern-day Russia. Now I'm over in Europe. We had a pretty excellent fight over Austria. Good amounts of micromanagement from both of us. And, I mean, if the historians looked back on this, I think they'd call this World War III.
Yep.
I think they would call this the start of World War III, I'm just saying. Oh, the Greeks are helping me now. That's really good. We're starting to really move in on Beograd here. We gotta set some priorities headed south. Let's set some priorities headed directly inland. And, you know, even though this much has happened, there's still a long way to go. Like, we're not even remotely... even if this war went on for the rest of the playthrough, we're not even remotely close to the ending. I basically bumfucked my treaty integrity just to do what I'm doing right now. So there's the matter of, was it worth it? And the NATO forces have lost way more against you, I think, than you've lost against them. I never actually even directly challenged you. I did manage to kill a lot of units, but I didn't actually directly challenge you. I thought I was just gonna snipe Austria and that's it, and I was gonna look away for the next few years. That's all I was doing. I was like, alright, let me get Austria. Alright, cool, I have like a presence here. Now let's go look at some internal production stuff. That was my plan, and that plan kind of fell apart when you sent like 300 units to Austria. And then I thought I had to leave. And then I kind of bided my time, hoping you'd get distracted. We're moving in on Beograd. We're almost there, almost there. We gotta take this barracks, and now we can go on Beograd. And he's not gonna stop us. Panama moved NATO-leaning. Estonia. The leadership of Estonia has returned from exile. They're back.
Damn right, they're back.
They're back.
I brought them back.
You see, to be fair, I haven't been intervening over there. So I haven't, like, been directly targeting you. I've just been attacking some random-ass European countries that weren't even involved in the Warsaw Pact. I don't have the treaty integrity to fucking attack anybody else right now, even if I wanted to. I'd have to give up making allies. And seeing as I'm the US, no. Dude, the only way this could have gotten, like, worse, as in closer to ending it right now, is if one of us declared war on the other. Because we both got 100% at one point due to all the fighting. We don't anymore, but we easily could have started World War III by directly declaring on each other. Like, it was right there. It could have happened. It's impressive that it didn't.
I was almost going to.
Dude, I felt it. I felt it in the air. I was like, oh, dude, I know he's tempted. I'm tempted, for fuck's sake. I don't know where we would have gone from that, though. Holy shit. My KDR is doing amazing. Look at this. Total KDR. And I don't even have the highest casualties. China suffered more casualties in the fucking Korean War. Well, their Korean War.
About time the Alliance starts doing something.
Yeah, I saw that. Some Polish and other units were coming up to help you. Wow. Oh my god, France has just gone right to... Oh, no, that's why. Because France has now gone up to Poland. They can't attack Poland, they're only fighting you, so only your colonies are at risk. I was going to suggest this a while ago, I didn't think you'd accept it, and I still don't think you'll accept it, but what I was going to say is, technically speaking, this made more sense when it was just Estonia. If you, like, liberated Estonia, that whole battlefront shuts down, and you just don't have to worry about it anymore. All for the price of Estonia, which isn't much of a price. Right now, the border lines are weird, but I just thought I'd let you know that. Because I don't know if you even thought about that. Yugoslavia is dead. Let's scrap all this other shit. I'm also surprised this whole time you never decided to lower the speed of the game. I'm scrapping all their old stuff that I don't want. All their small, inefficient stuff, basically. 100% that I got from both Austria and them.
Keeping up a good beat on it.
Okay, you can lower it whenever you want. I'm surprised you didn't. Now I have full military production. I have 4 land, 4 air, and 4 naval military production over here, and I'm going to utilize all of it. I now am a European power. This is exactly what I wanted. Now I can threaten his whole alliance, and I'm bordering several of my allies who can come and help me whenever. I'm gonna give a theater order to my troops to stay out of Northern Europe and Eastern Europe, because I don't want any of my troops accidentally going into that mess, which one almost did. I don't want any part of this fucking hell. This endless hell. Oh, the amount of losses on every side, dude. Hundreds of thousands of men have died already. What is happening? Like, now even the entire Warsaw Pact is fighting. Yeah, this is not how I expected this to go at all, but I'm not upset about it. It's exciting. It's exciting, to say the least. It's more exciting than anything I had planned. I thought we were going to go without wars for the next, between 50 and 56. But hey, I guess not. How many land units do I still have in my home? 394 deployed. That's a good amount. That's enough to defend myself. I have a lot of reserve units, mostly defensive units, probably. In actual Europe, I have 209 currently deployed, and we should maintain a permanent presence here now. I'm pretty happy with how this has gone, for sure. And this whole time, by the way, it's not just you killing things. As a reminder, this whole time, my allies have been infringing on Sweden's territory, and Sweden has killed almost 500 units.
Oh, shit.
That's almost as much as you've killed. Sweden has killed 500 units without losing anything, and all of them are my allies that are losing. So, in case this is discouraging you at all, I just want to point out, my allies have suffered massive losses, not even to you, just to Sweden, because the AI doesn't respect seawater for some reason. 500. Think about how crazy that is. Sweden has the 4th most kills out of any living or dead country in the entire world. As much as France does, almost as much as I do. That's crazy if you think about it. That's why I know this game is nowhere near done, because even if you're crippled, and I don't know how much you have remaining, Western Europe has lost a lot of its troops as well. There's certainly nothing impressive right now.
I have a good amount left still.
Yeah, you and me are still in the game, but by the end of this, most of our European allies are going to be stagnant. Well, this is really not how I expected this to go, but we're still in this for the long run, and we have to keep an eye on our treaty integrity so that we can still make friends. Oh, Albania's faith in you's falling. They've gone leaning.
Well, let me guess. You're going to take them next?
I told you, I don't have the treaty integrity to declare war right now. I could, yeah, but then I risk not having the capability to make allies. You still have the capability to make allies. Unless you start declaring more wars, and thus lose your capability to make allies, then I'm risking a whole lot if I were to do that. I'd need like near full justification on someone to get away with this, if I were to. Plus, Albania's allied with fucking all of your friends. Speaking of friends, let's try to make some friends. Andorra likes me a hell of a lot now. Well, that's a lie. They just like me better than they like him. I'm still a fucking warmonger to the world, so we're gonna have to take care of some things. I'm gonna slow this down a little just so I can get a handle over everything that's fucking happened.
Okay.
It's been absolutely insane. The price of agriculture is retarded right now. Let me stop selling this. My AI's dumb by selling this. Let me turn off just all of my production. We don't need to do this right now. We should just be, honestly, buying, not even making, just buying
Insane
agriculture.
Is putting it light.
What's that?
I said insane is putting it lightly.
Oh yeah, dude. This is like if this isn't World War III, it's a regional European conflict at the very least. It's a major one too, because the Western European armies have just been crippled, mainly by their stupidity with Sweden. Well, half by their stupidity with Sweden, and half through the actual confrontation of you. I'm sure you've lost a lot of units during this, for sure. This has really changed the balance of power in the world overall. Ooh, and now I can have my troops actually base out of Israel. That's good. Yeah, so I'm buying a bunch of agriculture. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to buy agriculture because it's so much cheaper to buy than it is to make. Now let's see about making Andorra like me some more. I'm just going to throw billions at them. Remember, every single ally helps. Every single one.